Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to the Banshwan channel. Today, in this episode, I will be sharing with you the 4 ready-to-eat foods that are nutritious for breakfast, and I'll also be sharing the advantages and disadvantages of each of them. The first one is groundnuts. Now, these are the advantages of groundnuts. Number one, they are very easy to prepare. For you to prepare groundnuts for consumption, it will only take you roughly about 5 minutes. That is from the process of rinsing them, salting them, and even roasting. And you'll have a good meal that will also satisfy you. You'll feel full for quite a long time. Not less than 6 hours. You're full. That's half a day that has been spent on just one meal without you having to add a snack in between meals. And this is because groundnuts have a good content of fats, they have a good content of carbohydrates as well. So a combination of these two nutrients will give you a good portion of energy that can run you the whole day. Whether you have gone from Jengo, whether you have gone to the office, whether you have gone for whichever form of work. The other advantage of groundnuts is that you can easily stock them up. When you go to the market, you can buy a portion that can last you for at least a week, and it will not have to worry about them perishing at all, or even having accessibility to a refrigerator. So it's an easier option for anyone who might be living in the urban setting, rural setting, in the richer setting, or in the poorer setting, because it serves you well without having to worry about you storing it. Then the other advantage of groundnuts is that they are convenient in terms of accessibility. You can easily access them in the market. They are something that is not hard to find at all. On the flip side, these are the disadvantages that you can find with groundnuts. They can be a bit of inflammatory. That's why I normally recommend when you are eating groundnuts, what you do, if you are taking the large seed variety, the large seed variety is a bit inflammatory. You can take a teaspoon of vinegar and add it to a glass of water after consumption. This will lower the post-inflammatory effect that you can feel. And this inflammation occurs because groundnuts have quite a bit of lectins. So lectins are the defense mechanism of plants against animals or human beings eating them. The way animals will run away when you want to eat them, like a hare will run away when you want to grab it for lunch. So plants, because they cannot run away, they develop this defense mechanism in form of lectins. So the other way you can try to caveat around it is to try to buy the small seed variety of groundnuts. From experience, these are very quite less inflammatory. You don't have to worry about inflammation of at all. You can eat it and you just feel fine. Then the other disadvantage of groundnuts is aflatoxin. The best way to caveat around aflatoxin or to prevent it is when you are buying it, ask the seller to give you just a small portion. It can be five seeds of groundnuts. Try to eat them. When you eat them and feel a bitter or sour aftertaste, that means they have mold which can cause aflatoxin, or they already have aflatoxin within them. And because you don't want to consume that something that can be carcinogenic, all you have to do is just tell that seller next time, and you look for another person who can have the ones that have the right type of taste. The other type of food that you can easily consume in the morning, they are eggs. Now the good thing about our eggs is that they have rich portion of micronutrients. I'm talking about iron, calcium, vitamin D, vitamin A, zinc. These micronutrients are very vital for you as a person. In addition, iodine. This is what you need during this cold season. If you're someone who is trembling even in your blankets, you need to eat some bit of eggs to stop trembling inside your blankets. If you're someone who cannot go outside during this cold weather, I would recommend you to take these eggs. Then the other advantage of eggs is that they boost your brain development, especially for children. It's a very perfect fit for them. Another advantage of eggs is that they are convenient, easy to access, and you don't have to worry about pre-processing procedures, because all you have to do is either boil or crush them and make an fried egg. Now, on the flip side, the disadvantage of eggs is this: they can be a bit costly, especially if you're aiming for the kienyeji variety. They can be a bit costly, and that might close off for someone who has a very large family. The other type of meal that you can do is bananas. So you have two types of bananas. You have the ripe and the unripe bananas. So with the ripe banana, the pre-processing procedures are completely zero. All you have to do is peel and eat. Now, on the flip side, what is the disadvantages? It is that they have a high glycemic index. One banana has 25 grams of sugar, and this type of sugar is the one that can be easily digested. So if you're someone who is diabetic or someone who is trying to lose weight, bananas are a no-no for you. That is the ripe banana variety. So the way to try to go about this is to take the unripe form of banana, and this all you have to do is just boil. And if you're worried about peeling it and getting those sticky glue within it, all you have to do is just boil it with the peel, and you'll get even the polyphenols that are within the peel inside the banana. And once it has boiled, it cools, you can easily peel off the peel without having to worry about you getting the coating of the glue within it. Then the other advantage of it is that they're easily accessible and convenient to prepare. The boiling process cannot take you more than 10 minutes. In 10 minutes time, you have something to consume. The other, on the flip side, the disadvantage of it is just that, like I said, if you're someone who is trying to watch about their carb intake, you might have to be a bit controlled, especially with the ripe banana. Then the other type of food are avocados. Avocados are my best friend. And the good thing about avocados is that they are good, they have rich nutrients. When you're talking about omega-3 fats, when you're talking about magnesium, which is good for your heart, potassium. Another thing is about vitamin E, which is good for your immunity and for your skin health. Avocados are your best friend when it comes to this. And then the other advantage is that no pre-processing procedures required. Just peel and eat, and that's it. You can even make it a smoothie out of it and maybe mix it with milk to get a taste out of it. Then on the flip side, the disadvantage is that they're a bit costly, especially if they're out of season. However, on other regards, these are a very good source of nutritious food, long term, and you don't have to worry about you being about diabetes, about hypertension, because avocados are very low in sugar, so your sugar levels are sorted. They're also very satisfactory because they have a good portion of fats. When it comes to hypertension, you don't have to worry about so much because they have potassium within them. Potassium is essential for lowering your blood pressures. So those are the 4 ready to eat foods that are nutritious for breakfast, and I would recommend to you anytime. However, for the ripe bananas, I would ask you to be cautious with it, especially if you're trying to lose weight or if you have diabetes or you're pre-diabetic. However, on the other foods, they're a complete go. I recommend them anytime, any moment. Thank you for watching and see you next time.